Hey everyone, Creator Mom. I wanted to talk about unworthiness today, and the job that I have right now it's not that it's causing this, but the unworthiness part that dwells in me, this part that I have is really getting inflamed and really getting brought to the surface by this job because basically I do get paid by the hour, but I also get paid commission and for making appointments. And the unworthiness is really surfacing big time because it's telling me something, right? The unworthiness is telling me a story. It's telling me, hey, look, if you don't make a couple appointments by the end of this week, just don't even put down how many hours you work. Like, basically just say that you worked less hours than you have, because I'm explaining to you the logic of this part in me, this part that probably has once played a role in protecting me. So it said, put down that you work less hours. This way, this person that you work for won't get angry with you. Just be small. Be small. Don't take a lot from them. Don't put down all the hours that you worked in your efforts. Just put down, the minimal hours, and so he can pay you a little bit less. So that way he won't be mad. That way he won't be as upset or begrudging when he has to pay you. Because if he has to pay you a little bit more, but you haven't scheduled appointments, then he's probably going to be really mad at you, and he's just going to lose patience with you any second now, just any second. And so you better just keep safe and stay safe by putting less hours, okay? Yeah, that's what it's telling me to do. So there's so much in there and to that, but I was thinking, how could I break free from this? Or how could I, yes, I'm going to tell the part, I'm going to realize that this is a part that kept me safe. That thank you part, thank you unworthiness. And unworthiness is one of the major symptoms of having been a scapegoat. Not feeling worthy of whatever it is, someone's time, money, whatever. So I just have to say thanks. Thanks but no thanks, right? You kept me safe in the past, but right now that's not the truth of the matter. And I have to defy it. I have to not do what it's telling me to do. And I think that, because I was asking myself, how can I overcome this? Because I really don't want to put old patterns and old conditioning onto a new thing, right? That would suck. I don't want to manifest that cycle. So my first step, and this feels really hard, is to not listen to what unworthiness is trying to tell me to do to protect myself. But I have to stick with what my core self knows to be true. No, I worked this amount of hours, and that's fair, and I deserve to be paid for my time, right? Because I'm getting paid for my time, and I'm getting commission. I'm getting paid for my time regardless, right? That is the contract. That's the deal. I'm not doing anything wrong, but unworthiness swears I'm going to get in trouble. Unworthiness is trying to convince me that surely something bad is going to happen if I put that I worked the amount of hours that I did with no results or no set appointments, So yeah, it wants me to play it small to stay safe. And that logic emotionally feels so real to me, but I have my core self and my logical brain that's saying, no, that's not the contract. But the emotion of unworthiness is so strong, it's so strong. But it's not stronger than me, than my core self. Obviously, because now I have awareness of it, but I have to tell it, I have to just, not listen to what it's trying to tell me to do. And prove it wrong in a way, but not in spite, but just to show it, trust me, you know what I mean? I can trust myself. I can stand in my truth. And guess what? Unworthiness part, it's okay. Look, it's okay. It's okay. We didn't get in trouble. Nothing bad is happening. And the truth is that even if something bad did happen, or this person, say unworthiness was right and this person did get mad at me, or they were, that's not my problem either, right? Because it's not in my past, it was my job to manage somebody else's emotions growing up, or to prevent their emotions or their anger, but that's no longer my job. My job is to do my actual job and let that person handle their own emotions and make their own decisions about how they want to act. It's not my problem. My responsibility is to do my job professionally and have professional relationships. That's it. So if somebody's gonna let loose and lose boundaries and get angry and frustrated, that's not my fault nor my problem. And so, but getting my emotion body, getting that part to understand that feels really difficult. So yeah, I have no choice. I do have a choice, but I feel like I have no choice but to defy it, because it's based off an old pattern in an old relationship. So anyways, and yeah, that unworthiness is what kept me probably in the relationship that I had for so long. And like I said, nothing bad against the part, because essentially if you listen to the part's logic is to keep me safe. It's to keep me safe in a maladaptive manner. So I just wanted to share that, because I really want to break free from this feeling. It sits over here. It's real big blobby blob. And I want to break free from it. And I think the only way to do that is consistent action in defiance to it. Not because I hate it or resist it or in anger to it, but in standing in my truth, standing in my core self's strength. And to let that part shrink a little bit and put it back in its place a little bit. Like, you're allowed to exist there. You're there, but my core self is bigger than you. And I act according to my core self now, and not according to the part, that once tried to, was keeping me safe. But, which could bring me into a whole nother topic, because I was going to make a video about something else, but I had deleted it. But it was about loneliness. And I think loneliness could also be connected to unworthiness, but some people have this loneliness part that's really big, that drives the person into really bad relationships, really abusive relationships. The loneliness. It reminds me of that song by Britney Spears, "The loneliness is killing me." Okay, so yeah, that's how some people feel. So because that part is so big and it's telling you to do something to resolve it, or to whatever, to satisfy a need, right? And you do it. But when you start to acknowledge what's happening, then you could start to separate yourself from the part called loneliness, and your core self can take better actions and not be so driven by this maladaptive part of us. Everybody experiences loneliness, but some people really allow loneliness, that part, it's like a wounded part or whatever, to really drive them. And other things, amongst other things. We have, depending on who you are and what your history is, we're all different, we're all unique. And we have these maladaptive parts that want to run our lives. Or my friend calls them programs. So, anyways, I just wanted to share that, and just to help me reinforce what I'm going to do and what I'm realizing. All right, peace out, everybody. Have a wonderful day.